The Corridors Committee has turned out to be a multifaceted committee. When I first started leading it and we had our first meetings, we came to the conclusion that there were really three things we needed to do. We needed to improve the properties along the corridors, and this is part of that beautification thing. We needed to improve the landscaping and the medians, because that's generally public property and the businesses aren't going to be involved in that. And then finally, we need to clean up the litter. And that's my passion, and that was part of the reason why I volunteered to chair this particular committee. I just detest litter. I hate it. I hate driving down our streets and seeing litter strewn on the highways and byways. And so that's the third element. So we actually broke the Corridors Committee up into three subcommittees. One subcommittee that is going to address the cleanup of the properties. And we're fortunate to have one of our city council members, Kathleen Burson, who's leading that subcommittee. And of course, she and I can't be on the same committee because of Florida Sunshine Laws, but she tells me that they're going gangbusters on getting the properties. Now, what they'll be doing is they'll be doing surveys, and they'll be going out and talking to some of the property owners, and they'll be getting in conjunction with the fundraising committee to try and get some funds infused to help us do this. But one way or another, we're going to figure out ways, either through volunteers or through contracting or whatever it takes, to get some of these properties cleaned up and really looking good. So it's not finger pointing at the property owners. We understand the times are tough, but we want to help them and do whatever it takes to make that happen. Then we've got Rodney Honeycutt, who is leading the landscaping and medians committee, and he's doing a good job too. And we've been meeting, trying to set a tone for what we want to do there. There we have some challenges because our corridors are all state highways. So in some cases, we're constrained by what we can do based on state legislation, and the Florida Department of Transportation has rules. In other words, where can we put volunteers? How much can we do with volunteers? So we're working out all those details right now to try and get that moving forward. And the last committee is our litter committee, and we're really fortunate there. That's being led by Pat Brown, who happens to be the executive director of Keep Brevard Beautiful. So she brings all of Keep Brevard Beautiful's assets to that mix. And the first thing we decided to do is we decided to have monthly cleanups. So every month on the third Saturday morning of the month, we'll be out there picking up litter on our corridors. In fact, we had our first one on July 16th, and we had, believe it or not, about 50 volunteers come out, and we cleaned up Highway 50 from US 1 all the way to the interstate. So probably 3 miles of road that we cleaned in about a little over an hour. So the citizen support has just been incredible that we got that many volunteers out, and we're going to do it every month. Now, of course, that's not the end goal. The end goal is to produce an educational program so that we can teach our residents not to throw the litter out in the first place, because that doesn't cost anything, and it takes time and effort to go out and pick it up after the fact. So I'm really excited about what we're going to do with the corridors, whether it be the businesses and the buildings and the medians and the landscaping and keeping the streets clean. We're going to make it happen, and we're going to make Titusville a more beautiful place because of that.